Hey guys, it's Ariel, your favorite Leo, and I'm back with another video here on Factor TV. Woo! So as you can see, we are rocking the shades again. I think this might be like my new thing because it's just like the look wasn't giving. Today's look is inspired by today's video. Either way, let's get into this video. Let's get into the look because not only are we educated, we're also stylish, we're fashionable, we're trendsetters. Let me tell you guys a bit about the look for today. The clothes are all from Akira. If you don't know Akira, if you've never shopped there before and you're into like really just different, unique pieces, colorful, loud, bedazzled, their staple is just like really unique. They're trendy, but they're like above the trend. So I got this top from Akira. It's kind of like a one sleeve. I love this color. It's definitely giving a little bit 90s, a little early 2000s with the cut of the shirt and just the satin material. Love it. It's super comfortable. Then we have this cute little plaid schoolgirl-esque skirt, hence why I'm wearing it for today's video. We love to dress on theme. And then of course, I feel like wearing heels, I just wasn't practical for in the house to be traipsing around in click-clack heels, and I just also like to prioritize comfort. So just the classic black and white Nike high top dunks. I think these are like the high top version of like the panda low dunks that everyone likes to wear. Most of my shoes are either black or white because they just go with everything. And then in terms of jewelry, I have more jewelry from Akira. This little diamond-esque little choker, really dainty. I love just dainty necklaces and like hand jewelry, but I like to kind of go ham with the earrings. These earrings are also from Akira. And then of course we have like my ear piercing in that I have to keep in for like 6 weeks. And then in terms of hand jewelry, my cubic, my little diamond-esque rings are also from Akira. I have like a whole set of these. You could just stack them up on up and up and up and up. Then I have another Coach bracelet, but this one is silver. And last but not least for this look, obviously the shades. You guys, you're never gonna believe where I got these from and how much they cost. I got these on a trip to Vegas randomly from Five Below. Are y'all hearing me? Five Below, $5.
Wow.
And they look so good. So that's it for our little outfit rundown. For today's video, I want to kind of give you guys a little story time of basically how I got to where I am now. The title of this video is I graduated college before high school. And you're probably thinking that's not possible, Ariel. And I'm gonna sit here and tell you, you're crazy, because it is possible. It's 100% possible because I actually did it. It's possible because I finished my entire degree about a month before I actually finished high school and graduated. So I had a graduation ceremony for college, and then a month later, I had a graduation ceremony for high school. Well, maybe it wasn't a month. It was like a little less than 30 days because I remember I took my finals at the end of April for college, and then we walked in graduation on like May 1st is when we actually walked in the graduation, but I was already done with classes, took my finals, passed all of my college classes. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how this even happened. It is very much possible for anyone to do this. You just have to know what to ask for and who to talk to and know exactly what you want to do and be dedicated to the process. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it was not an easy process to get this done. Like, it sounds crazy because it's crazy hard. You have to have the time management, the dedication, the support system, and just the educational infrastructure in place to get this done. This entire experience aligned in such an interesting way, and it basically started with me getting a big fat no from one of my teachers in high school. I don't know about y'all, but I was a kid, I don't like to be told no, okay? I truly do not. It's like, if you tell me I can't do it, I'm probably gonna do it anyway. So it basically started with my high school chemistry teacher, Mr. Jackson. I will never forget that man. He was so interesting. He was probably like one of the more strict teachers that I've ever had. And he was very particular about his chemistry class. It was difficult, y'all, and it was honors level class. And I was a sophomore taking this class full of juniors. It was a class that juniors in high school were taking. And it was me and 2 other sophomores in this class. I truly don't remember how I ended up in a chemistry class for juniors and is an honors level. It started in his class, and he was basically preparing us for what our next year was going to look like in terms of our classes. Because we were taking an honors level class, the next step up from honors is AP classes. And if you're familiar with what AP means, then you understand, like, yes, you definitely need preparation for that because it is a heavy course load. AP basically stands for Advanced Placement. And they basically put you in this advanced level class that should be on the same level as a college class. So if you're taking AP Physics, it's basically a college level physics class that you're taking in your high school. And at the end of the year, you take a test. And if you pass that test with a certain score or higher, then you automatically get credit towards your college degree. And this is kind of what like weirded me out about AP classes is you take a whole year of school, taking this whole class for a year, and it's the hardest class. I would see the upperclassmen struggling, crying, tears, like stress, anxiety, like let me take this off so I can be real with y'all. Stress, anxiety to no end. So when I'm hearing, oh, we're gonna prepare you for AP classes, I'm already dreading it just because of the stigma. So test taking was just always nerve-wracking for me. So when it comes time, he pulls me up to the front of the class, Mr. Jackson, and he goes, okay, let's look at your schedule and let's see, what classes you'll take next year. And so he looks and he's like, oh, you're taking on-level math this year? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, that's not gonna work. And I'm like, what are you saying to me? What do you mean that's not gonna work? So he basically explained to me that the sort of science class on the AP level that I'd be taking the next year, if I wanted to take AP Physics, which was the next step up, I would have to also be taking an AP pre-calculus class, which sounds horribly daunting, and I just didn't like that sound, but I was like willing to do it. And he's like, well, you can't take AP pre-calculus because you're taking on-level math. If you were taking honors math this year, it would prepare you for pre-calculus. So technically you're behind. I said, I'm behind who? Behind where? Like, what do you mean I'm behind? So I decided to go above his head. I said, okay, you're telling me no, I'm gonna go to somebody who can tell me yes. So I went to my mom the next day and she's like, oh no, we're going up to that school and we're gonna talk to the counselor. And then next thing you know, they're calling my dad and my dad's showing up to the school, and my parents are divorced. So them being in the same room together was like very interesting for me. And they both show up to the school and we're just explaining the whole situation. We're like, basically, what can she do to get caught up so that she can take AP classes next year? And there wasn't much I could do aside from like taking summer school. For me, that was a no-go because I like my summers to be free. I don't want to be in summer school I don't want to be doing school during the summer. No kid wants to do that. So my counselor offered another option, and that option is essentially what got me to graduating college before high school, and that was dual enrollment. It came with a lot of sacrifices and a lot of time being taken away from like socializing and just being a kid, but I would do it over and over each time again. Yeah, dual enrollment is basically a program. If they do have it in your school, like jump on that train. Basically this program, the dual enrollment program, you have to basically pass a college entrance exam, any college entrance exam. It could be the ACT, the SAT, or the one that's administered by the schools. If you're trying to do it at Georgia State, for example, which is where I went to college, after doing dual enrollment in high school, let's just say their standard SAT score has to be like a 1700. If you're a high school student trying to do dual enrollment at their college, you maybe only need like a 1450 or a 1500 to be accepted into the dual enrollment program. So they lower the standards a little bit because they don't expect you're not done with high school. And once you're in there, you are basically taking classes with real life college students, with other adults. And all of those college classes that you take them at the same time that you're in high school. So you essentially get dual credit for these college classes. So kind of like how you have AP classes, it's a high school class that gives you college credit. When you do dual enrollment, you take an actual college class, and as long as you pass the class, you get both the college and the high school credit. There's no test at the end of the year that you have to take to see if you'll get the credit. As long as you pass it, doesn't mean you have to get an A in the class, but as long as you pass that class at the college level, you get the high school and the college credit automatically. Also, you don't have to spend a whole year taking one class because you're basically enrolled in that college as an actual college student, along with being enrolled as a high school student. You're treated just like a college student. So whenever there's breaks, you take a break. Whenever there's classes, you're in those very same classes, and the classes only last for a semester, just as every other college student experiences. So I was taking essentially a full load of classes, a different set of classes every semester on the college level. And once I got past the standard prerequisites, which are like your math, English, sciences, and all those kinds of things, got me my high school credits, I then began to take classes that were towards an actual degree. So the degree that I ended up getting was an Associates of Arts and Sciences in Mass Communication. So once I finished all the prerequisite work, that got me both the high school and college credit for my junior and senior year. I got those out of the way by my junior year. I basically only had one class to take during my senior year of high school in order to still be qualified as a high school student, and that was an elective, and it was orchestra. So every day by my senior year, I was only taking college classes that were going towards my actual college degree. People didn't really understand what I was doing in high school until we had our senior ceremony, award ceremony. They made an award specifically for what I was doing because no one had ever done it before at my school. And they basically just recognized that I essentially just completed an entire associate's degree in these last 2 years that I was at high school and being dual enrolled in college. And once that ceremony happened and everyone saw me up on the stage, kind of stood up there and took pictures, and everyone saw me, like, oh, that's what you've been doing this whole time. I'm like, yeah, that's why you've never seen me in the last 6 months. I would encourage any person, any young person who's in high school right now or about to start, to really take it up as a serious consideration for how you're gonna spend your high school career. Because not only do you get so far ahead academically, you're also able to get ahead financially, because if you're in a public school, the program is run by the state, and so it's state funded. So if you're enrolled in this program and you get in, you don't have to pay a dime for a single class. I'm here to just let you know, as a living, breathing case, that it's very possible. It's not as hard or inaccessible as maybe one would think. You just have to ask the right questions to the right people, have a support system that's willing to back you throughout the whole process, because it is a journey, guys. It's a journey. So yeah, that was my entire experience and how I technically graduated college before I graduated high school. And it was a pretty amazing experience, and it's an accomplishment that I don't talk about too often. So the fact that I'm even making this video is kind of strange for me. I'm not the one that talks and boasts about it. My degree is, I don't even know where it is, to be honest, from the college. So yeah, thank you for sitting and letting me ramble on about my experiences. And I just hope that, maybe someone else can be motivated to take it on, and it really is so helpful. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button so you can get notified every time I post here on Trifactor TV. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. I've been Aria. Go for the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.